Right, just a little WL bobber 45. Guy had a bit of an accident with it, or with the foot clutch, so he wants a hand clutch fitted. WLC's had the hand clutch, but they weren't a clutch in quotes, they were called a clutch assist. There's not enough throw between there and there to pull that clutch in without it dragging.
Okay.
Okay, so what you do is foot clutch it, hold your clutch in, yeah? Take your foot clutch off and it drags very slightly forwards, and then you can let it go and ride it like a normal clutch. But the problem comes is if you pull that in and try and change from first back into neutral or down into set or up into second, there isn't enough clutch free play there to do it. So you'd have to foot clutch it again to change gear, and he doesn't want a foot clutch. The inherent problem is there is not enough there to pull that out far enough. So this stays, that's your clutch spring tensions there, yeah? That inner, you've got sandwich plates in there, yeah? Now they have to come apart a certain amount for them all to spin freely. So so clutch on, that's not enough. Because if you pull on the foot clutch, you've got a lot more throw, you see. Right, you can get that much more throw on it. So it just isn't engaging the clutch enough for it to operate correctly. So the only way around it is you either tighten that up so your clutch is on, semi-on all the time, but that doesn't work, because when you go to kick it, just one little turn on that, your clutch is slipping. So that's no good. But what you've got to do is try and somehow make that travel there further. I've played around with this, I've played around with all of that. You can't get any more throw on it. The lever hits that, game over, So what I've sort of semi come up with is a pivot point here. So we'll run the clutch cable from the handlebars into that one. Okay, and that'll pull it that way. So say that's upright.
That's upright.
And you're pulling from that point there. I know, because I've measured it before, when you pull that in, you've got about 20mm of travel on the given end of the cable, You can't adjust the clutch any other way. That is fixed. Doesn't matter if you shorten or lengthen the push rod, doesn't matter if you shorten or lengthen the cable, it makes no difference at all. So if you move that, okay, so let's go in the middle of that hole, look. So we know that moves roughly 20mm, okay? So that is 20mm. Okay? So you put that back to the centre, right? Then, so we're measuring from the centre of the hole, 20mm. Now we'll go from the centre of that hole there to the centre of that hole there. You've then got 35mm of travel. So that should, in theory, be enough. So it's just a matter of making some brackets up just to try all this out, and then I can machine it all up properly. But the first thing we want to do is get the clutch cable out of the way, and I'll dummy it all up with another clutch with other cables, because you've got to cut this, otherwise I don't want to cut his 40 quid cable unless it works, you know.
You've not come across this before at all?
I have some, because you generally tend to put the hand clutch in with the foot clutch. It's not so much of an issue, you can sort of wiggle it, get by, but when you're using it as a full hand clutch, it won't have it. It's just not enough there, you know. Right, so we need to get that clutch cable out of the way. Your normal hand clutch goes in that hole there, okay? We've set the cable up to go on the top because that's giving you more pull. Again, same as that, if that moves 20mm, that being further up by the laws of physics has to move further. Okay, so this isn't the right fitting on the end, but we'll get it out of the way. Chop the end of that cable off a little bit. If you're doing bicycles or motorcycles all the time, buy a set of them. Proper Bowden cable cutters.
What makes them so great?
They just cut cleanly. If you're trying to wiggle it with a pair of side cutters, you get frays in the end of the cable, and so that cable nice and clear. Right, so we get his nice expensive cable out the way so we don't do any damage to it, yeah? Okay, that's your adjuster. See it going up and down?
Yeah.
So that, you loosen your lock nut, and that's how you pull your cable adjuster out or in. Shouldn't run where it's running anyway, but that's besides the point at the moment. Alright, now we can get our cable out of the way. So we don't want to damage that one until we know this works, yeah? Again, you've got cable adjustment on that end as well.
Yeah.
That's the same ferrule as the other one, just designed to fit in that hole there. Right, so now we've got to work out putting a cable from there, come down somewhere, doesn't matter where at the moment, and go to there. So we've got to make some sort of weird and wonderful brackets up at the moment to try and hold all this, just to see if it will work. We've got adjusters. That's another WLC, but that's not the right piece. But it might do just to hold a cable or something, yeah? That needs to come out there somewhere to get your 20mm of flow. I don't want to weld anything to any of this, it needs to be freestanding as such, you know? Right, okay. It's an old horn mount off of something. I need a flat bit of metal somehow. Like I say, this is literally just cobbling crap together to see if the actual physics of it will work, you know?
Yeah.
Like I say, this is all just cobbling it together. If it actually works, then we'll just machine up everything nice and pretty so it looks right, yeah?
Yeah. Makeshift work.
Can leave that pivoting if needs be, but so that might fit in there as a proper adjuster. So it doesn't really matter how long that is at the moment. Right, so now we're going to make our inner cable sort of fit up into that hole. Okay, we want to go about there. There-ish. It's got plenty of adjustment there. It's a bit of faffing about, isn't it?
Just a bit.
Give that a quick file. I'll do all this and go, nah, it didn't work.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, that should work. Where has my nut gone? See how much more travel you got there?
Yeah.
But again, now we've got to do that bit and see whether it will actually hold anything. Well, you need to now put a cable from there, yeah,
Yeah.
to your clutch.
Yeah.
Do that one. Should be able to twist that. At the moment, we just want to see how much pull it gives us on the clutch. Okay. Well, that's got it working, but it's how hard it is to pull, isn't it? Oh yeah, that is hard, isn't it?
Will it ease up over time?
No, that's too hard. Right, okay.
But the theory works though.
Theory works.